What was I thinking?
I'm a single father, raised my kids alone with no help, and I never thought I would fall in love again at my age. Lizzie is scheduled to be released in 3 weeks, and I asked her to marry me. She said yes.
Me and Scott actually met. It was on meetinmate.com. He was the most amazing man in the world.
I thought her picture on the website was completely fake. I thought I was talking to somebody else on the phone or in the letters, not the person in the picture. As more time passed, I seen her in visitation and I was like, she's hot, bonus.
When you're in prison and you are lonely and all your family members disown you, it's very hard in there. And you put your ad on a website and you meet this guy, this amazing guy who gives you everything you want, tells you how beautiful you are, tells you how sweet you are. And I fell in love with this man because he was there for me.
When I wrote her, I was lonely. I was tired of, trying to find a woman out here. It was for basically someone to talk to. Someone that would listen to me, someone that would believe in me, someone that could depend on me.
You do know a lot of people, doubt this whole relationship, how we met in prison, if it's gonna last, if you're gonna take my money.
Take the money and run?
Yeah.
My specialty? No, I would never do that to you, babe.
Early in our relationship, Liz had other men on the hook.
I was online to look for support, financial support, so these guys would take care of me.
But she stopped calling me probably a month into it.
So Scott, in the beginning, I guess you could call him a trick.
I think Scott has an obsession of, finding love, having somebody there to care for him and be with him.
I am not using you or using you. I love you, Scott, baby.
What's
And
about
I
that?
am going to prove everybody wrong.
No one should be able to tell somebody else how to spend their money. It was my money, I earned it. Spend it anywhere I want. Anything I did for her, I had good intentions.
But here's the kind of messed up part about that is that Scott doesn't know what love is. He thinks that buying women things, is love, and that's not love.
You here to pick up, sir?
Elizabeth, she's an inmate here.
Well, sir, she's not paroling today.
Damn it. Aaron, our lawyer, called me to talk to him about the release.
What's going on, Aaron?
Hey, how you doing, Scott? As much as I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, I have to be honest with you and tell you exactly what she's looking at.
Okay.
She's not getting out. She's been allegedly caught with some amount of possession of heroin, some amount of possession of methamphetamine, and a cellular telephone.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I buy her the cell phone in prison. Once every 6 months, maybe she might get caught with it. And they take it away, and I buy her a new one because that's what made her happy. But now, I feel horrible. The heroin, that's a different story.
When Scott financially supported me in prison, he wasn't supporting me to buy a box of cookies from the commissary. No, he was supporting me to pay for my heroin habits. And heroin is in prison.
I knew she was using my money to pay off a lot of drug debts in prison. Not exactly giving her money staying here to drugs. I knew she had a drug problem. I felt guilty for maybe some of the money I had given her might have extended her jail time. A lot of it was bills. I mean, she would continuously make bills for drugs. And she would say, oh, can you pay them? They're gonna hurt me. And I paid them because I'm a nice guy. I didn't want to see her hurt.
I honestly think that Scott felt real guilty about giving me extra time in prison. But I honestly think that Scott really liked me better in prison. I mean, in prison, he could control me. In prison, he was able to have me on this leash where I had no say in anything. It was all Scott's plan. Like, when I got out of prison and I have my own job and I'm self-sufficient, he didn't like that.
If you have no money, I don't need you.
Scott, how much money have you already spent on my mom?
Over 90,000.
Are you serious?
I can't be engaged to you. What are you doing? You just flushed the ring down the toilet? And where are you going?
I always thought Scott's money came from robbing an ATM. He told me that he was a bank robber, and I thought it was so hot. Like, hot bank robber, so cool, right? And so I was like, oh my goodness, this man has all this money.
When she told me, you have no money, I don't need you anymore, it truly hurt, because I gave her everything she asked for, everything. But when she said, you have no money, I don't need you anymore, it more than hurt, it killed me. It really did. It made me feel like I was used. The reason I think she left, to be honest, is she was embarrassed of me. That's the truth. I don't think it was the money. I'm not good enough looking for her. I feel sometimes everything I love leaves.
He made these huge promises about a house, about a family, and everything that he really couldn't provide. And he spends all of his money on drugs. And what did I give to him? I gave him companionship. I gave him love. I gave him the possibility, if he didn't lie to me, that we would have a beautiful relationship. And I was willing to be with Scott for the rest of my life. But he was a complete liar, so there went that. After like two months, like, we had keys to each other's apartment. And I think that's just crazy, because this is my first sober relationship, and I never been in a sober relationship in my life.